The following is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, Deadites, to my story. A story of, hey, Miss Unknown Wolf, this is my part. Fine, get it over with. Sorry, couldn't resist. Well, welcome back to part 2, or should I say chapter 2, of My New Life as an Omega. Now you can take over. Another day, another dollar. Gold? No, I suppose hunt would work. But I suppose I'm getting off track here. It's been a week since my evolution into a Christopher Lupus Luminari Minus Cornibus Asperata, which translates into lesser crystal-horned lightning wolf. The evolution itself granted me greater control of my lightning-based abilities. Sadly, though, I haven't really had a chance to play with them. My senses were also greatly enhanced to superior levels, so it's practically impossible to get the drop on me when I'm awake, alert or not. The amount of sneak damage I do also went up, meaning the crit is up as well. Just you wait, my juicy prey. This cub's gonna eat good tonight. Cub. I suppose that I should care about that. The fact that I still have the cub modifier. There's not much I can do about that at the moment since it's kinda tied to my age. The newborn modifier is long gone, but I'm still a cub. Once that goes away, my damage output will skyrocket. I've been held up in the mines I call my lair for about a month now, and while I've been steadily making progress, the level cap for evolution of my breed is level 20. Talk about an unfair gap. Some might think I'd be able to handle my normal direwolf father by now, considering I'm officially a prestige class breed of wolf. One would be horrendously incorrect. While Omega Tactics grants me critical blows for every attack that I land, Alpha Tactics grants him resistance. And what's worse is I think he even has some legendary resistance on top of that, not to mention layer actions that he definitely has. Then the fact that he has a frigging army, one that I'd rather avoid killing if possible. I could care less about any child born to any female other than my mother, but still, I'd rather avoid getting the Kinslayer title early by killing my brothers. The way father was sounding, I was the only young bitch there, so yeah. Looking back, even the higher level males were nowhere near father's level. He might just be a brute of a direwolf, but his level is a problem. I caught a glimpse of that as I was running, but what I saw was
unnamed male supreme direwolf, level 300.
Level and class of breed alone were enough to frighten me. I don't know when or if I'll ever be able to breach that gap of a level. I'm currently level 5, but technically 15. I suppose it's time for me to reflect on my skills and stats. Oh, analyze.
Unnamed female crystal fulgur lupus luminari minus cornibus asperata, level 5, true level 15. Core stats: strength 33, dexterity 38, constitution 36, intelligence 39, wisdom 36, charisma 16.
Notice that my charisma is my lowest stat? That's because I'm an Omega. Technically it should be lower by far, but evolving into this granted me stats in all the 30s minus, well, this one. Being an Omega granted me a massive negative modifier to my charisma. So I also saw that jerk's stats. He was dummy slow. He was extremely stupid. But his strength made me want to cry. It was 120. Everything else was in the low digits, except for charisma. Intimidate skill, to be correct. Not pure charisma as a core stat, but intimidate, which was right up there with his strength. He specifically put points in intimidation instead of charisma as a core skill. Why? Well, you can do that in the system. That just makes it the skill imperfect no matter what the number, and is most likely why I wasn't scared. My core wisdom and charisma were high enough to power through and strengthen my resolve. But less about my stats and more about my skills.
Skills and traits. Omega Tactics. Experience gained to survival-based skills and current points have been doubled. You have advantage when attacking alone. While not in a pack, all attacks landed by you are considered critical. Improved Swimmer. You are unaffected by light and medium streams and drain 1/2 less stamina against heavy streams. You may now swim up a waterfall, so do go chasing waterfalls. Improved Critical Thinking. You process information at an immensely accelerated level. Improved Wolf's Cunning. Your speed is tripled for a short time. You may dodge and counterattack as if second nature. You are now undetectable when you hide from anything with a perception lower than your stealth skill. Otherwise, you have advantage in your stealth attempts. You may disengage instantly. Hidden Trait, Blessed One, has become Improved Blessed One. You level at double speed. You are immune to radiant damage. You are resistant to necrotic damage. You instantly detect celestial or infernal beings. At current, they well know you have done so. Advanced Fulgur Claw has absorbed Fulgur Claw. You now do double slashing and double lightning damage. Aqualung has been absorbed by Aqua Boogie. Psycho, Alpha, Disco, Beta, Bio, Aqua Doom Loop. You feel at home in the coldest of water. Passive skill, Lightning Immunity, has been absorbed by Fulgur Vitale. You absorb lightning damage. Mithril Tail has been absorbed by Lightning Mithril Tail. Tail attack output raised. You may now do bludgeoning or slashing damage plus lightning. Lightning Dash has been absorbed by Advanced Lightning Dash. Lightning Dash damage has been doubled. Variant Attack Lightning Spin Dash has been absorbed by Advanced Lightning Spin Dash. Damage output has enhanced. Skill Fulgur Orbis acquired. You focus the power of lightning through your horns and create an orb of pure lightning energy. Has area of effect. Passive skill, Animalistic Critical, acquired. Critical damage now counts as triple damage.
Okay, now talk about an advancement. Those numbers were great. And that new attack gives me the chills. An AoE attack? Too bad it's single use. That attack seems like it would use a lot of SP. Whoa, wait a second. MP? Mana? Whoa! Did I just bark? Okay. I have a magic attack. No wonder why my intelligence was added to the damage. I'm sure it'll do in a pinch. I don't know how I feel about having mana-based attacks, though. Some moves, once you're out of MP, they're done. But some can also drain your SP and then eventually your life force. And that has me worried. I do a deeper dive with Analyze and I find out that this skill is in fact not that kind of attack. Thank goodness. Whoever really wrote the code for the Analyze skill must really love music, because so many music puns. And then I hear telltale ring of a call from Lorelei. I answer that without fail. Hello, this is the wolf with no name. I tease my angel. Now. It isn't wise to tease the celestial beings speaking in your head, dear. I see that you've evolved, and into a prestige class at that. Rather odd. I didn't even know that one existed. Either the boys on Earth just released a new expansion pack, or maybe your algorithm that made this one in real hit it. While monsters could evolve into just about anything, you had been eating and hunting with purpose, and perhaps the devs or your algorithm noticed that and rewarded you. I can feel your fears. Don't worry. They can't delete you with the press of a button, since you're not really in the game, but in a world similar to it. So this is most likely the system's work. You did code it rather well, to the point where gods that have game-like worlds use it all over. Feel proud of that. Very proud of that. I feel someone hugging me. It felt warm, and there was a feel of bustiness to it. How is she doing that? What, does she have some creepy little plushie of me or something? It is not creepy. Okay, so she thinks I'm cute enough to have a plushie of me. Now that I think about it, she's always watching me in the background. Why does it feel like she'd be so lonely without me? Lorelei, before I transmigrated, did we... The silence answers everything. So I made it with an angel. I wouldn't be creeped out, but for some reason I prefer her watching my escapades. Was she bored, or was she just that interested / concerned for my well-being? More column B than column A. While your actions are indeed entertaining, while I didn't make the slip-up myself, I still feel responsible for it, dear. The least I can do is give you some companionship. But as you figured, I can't always be active to speak with you. I am indeed a busy girl. With that confirmation out of the way, I decide to go for a quick dip. Luckily, I made myself an access canal / pond, so I can get into the mine via the river. I was in the mood for some fish anyway. As I made my way to the canal, I noticed it was open. Who in the world could? The first thing I did was close that mother up. Can't have any unwanted guests. I'm sure some of you are curious how I even made that gate, right? One of my evolutionary traits is to think for that. Well, it's very passive and wasn't really even in my analysis. But I discovered it purely by accident. Electromagnokinesis, which is as it sounds. It's a base skill for anyone really with lightning abilities I have. Hopefully as I level up I'll be able to use the magnetism part of that more as well. Currently, all I can really do is move certain things, but it takes concentration and precision to do it. If not for my human memories, I wouldn't have come up with this, really. As for what I have to do, it's a simple matter of powering the gears and to turn it. I get my magneto on to open the thing. It's a whole lot better than my previous solution of having a big old boulder in the way. That's for sure. Since it was open, I should probably do a perimeter search for any intruders. Good thing I decided to do that, because I found a fish woman of some sort bleeding out. At first I assumed I had me a free meal, but she's still alive. It doesn't look like she's conscious, really. As I got closer, I noticed her clothes were, at this point, leaving absolutely nothing to the imagination. I got an eyeful out of her, but it really wasn't doing it for me. She was quite beautiful, but I got little to no satisfaction from looking at her. Is it because I'm a female, or because I'm a beast-type monster? Either way, I instantly knew what her race was, but my curiosity got the better of me. So I did a full analysis on her stats.
Sheza. Female Shai. Level 5. Class. Core stats. Strength 13, Dexterity 15, Constitution 15, Intelligence 15, Wisdom 40, Charisma 13. Skills and traits. Interruption.
Wait, interruption? Come on! I want the goods, damn it! She's a Shayu. Well, she is technically a monster race, but there's more to that. And she's got a name to boot. She has a class, since the Shayu were some of the few playable monster races. I was hoping to get an idea of what adventurer skills were like, but taking a good look at her beautiful self, I think she's just normal Shayu priest and not an adventurer. Those stats are too close to base, short of that wisdom. She doesn't seem that powerful, so I'm guessing whatever church she's a part of named her, and thus her absurd wisdom stat, considering her level. Whoa, and that number in the brackets just dropped to 3. Oh boy, that must be her HP. Wait, that's bad. Also, why do I care? Oh yeah, this is a chance to get actual information about this world. Well, I can't have her dying on me for that purpose. I'm not sexually attracted to her, but I can't stop looking at her for some reason. I bet she's a real hit at her temple. Get it together, girl. Let's see. I have 293 skill points for purchasing skills, traits, and proficiencies. Since I have only ever really used Devour, I was given the skill to analyze, so that didn't really count against me. Her HP is going down again, but it looks like it's going down even slower. Must be because I'm thinking right now. Okay, let's see if this works. Query. Parameters. Healing skill unique to Crystal Fulgur Lupus Luminari minus Cornibus Asperata.
Vitam Fulgur. You create a field of lightning that heals all that you see as allies, or merely wish to heal while attacking any hostile creatures within the field's 15 feet radius. Skill point cost 132 minus intelligence points. Cost 93.
Huh. Hold up. So it deducted my casting ability from the total cost. Wicked. Acquire.
Skill acquired.
Might be helped to be able to talk to her. I mean, I am just a wolf after all. Query. Search parameters, required skills and proficiency needed to talk to this bitch.
Suggestion. Language proficiencies, primordial or awkward. Cost, 140, minus wisdom plus intelligence plus level of aquatic race, 50 skill points. Also suggest the speech skill. Initial cost, 225 skill points minus wisdom plus intelligence, 150 skill points.
Ballin'. It would seem that the language proficiencies were subtracted in my intelligence and wisdom skills, plus my actual level for being an aquatic race wheat. Hooray for becoming an aquatic race. The price for those skills without it was kinda not fun. Then there's the price for speech. Good Lorelei. Well, either way, I think I'll go with primordial since it will allow me to speak with other elemental-based races as well. I'm gonna be dead broke after this, though. This bitch had best have some answers for me. Well, even if she doesn't, she's nice to look at. I'm just happy that I seem to appreciate the fact that she's pretty, though. Acquire language primordial and skill speech.
Skill and proficiency acquired. Languages, bestial, primordial. Skills, speech. You can speak to and understand anyone who speaks the languages that you possess.
Okay, you go analyze. I'm glad that I have a query function to boot. Okay, let's heal her up. As I create the field and made sure my intention was to heal her was very clear. Unfortunately, Vitam Fulgur didn't really set off Fulgur Vitale. A part of me was glad for it. Skill would have been broke AF if it did. So it looks like I'm basically that dude from that one anime. At the moment, I'm healing her for about 9 health a second, and it helps that since Analyze is always on, I can see her health. Just can't see past her stats. It would appear that she has the bleeding status on her, so hopefully I can power through that until it stops. After about a minute of use, Vitam Fulgur starts draining mana from me. That's all good and well, fine. I need this female alive. It didn't seem to stop, and she's still unconscious. But considering how long it's taking, I'm tempted to lose my patience. I gave her a small shock to burn the wound closed while my field was up. Luckily, a base lightning skill doesn't require concentration from me, so I'm good.
Skill acquired. Electrocauterization. Burn a wound with lightning to close it and remove the bleeding status.
There it goes again. And this ain't even a variant skill. I'll keep my ingenuity in mind from now on to see what skills I can get out of it. I don't intend to let myself get that status, but it helps to have a way to remove it, should it happen. Sheza's breathing became less erratic, and with that I knew it was fine to stop there. I decided to double back to the main, albeit hidden entrance, and lock it, just in case, before I go to get something we both can eat. I came back with one fish at a time, still alive, and dumped them in one of the small closed-off ponds I had made. While I then ripped off what was left of her, that ruined dress, to basically splint up her leg, though luckily enough there's lumber here, so... Do you have any idea how hard it was for a wolf to do something like that?
Title acquired. medic. You are now proficient in any healing skill you possess.
Sweet. That means I can do it doubly as well. I like that.
The medic title also granted a few basic medical skills, but I'm not going to go into those since they're rather common. So there we go. Back to the story.
I look at the splint and notice that it changed in quality. It looked like someone did it with great care. Well, I technically did, but come on, I had to use my mouth and try to guide it with my paws and mouth. But because I got rid of the shambles that was her dress, she was shivering a little. I cuddle up next to her to give her warmth and hear a sigh of relief. I could use a nap anyway. I'm awoken from my nap with a loud thud and angry snarling. I guess whatever did this to her found the gate and was coming to attempt to finish her off. I don't think so. I open the solid gate to leave nothing but the bars and a massive pool of dark water between me and my target. I focus on Fulgur Orbis, but as I do, I notice that there's no way that full orb is going to hit, so I focus to create a concentrated orb instead.
Alright guys, so I'm going to step in here for a minute. I'm sure you all noticed the D&D tag that is now on this video series. Well, like for a few other stories, this is semi-scripted, at least in terms of combat. I roll the attacks to see if they hit, and I also roll the damage. But as for that attack roll, it was a nat 20. Not that it matters for her, since any attack she lands is considered a critical anyway. But back to the story for the results of said nat 20.
It died instantly the second the lightning hit it. Forget the extra 2 stacks of base damage for the water. Thanks to the animalistic critical, that sucker was paced from the blast alone. I did almost 3 times its HP and damage. That was insane. Well, either way, I should get back to Sheza. Sheza was now awake, naked, and oh boy, she's frightened. I must have leveled up on that last one and gained a passive wolf fear skill. Just stay back! A holy bolt was fired in my direction that I dodged gracefully and was instantly behind her. I smack her ass with my tail and go to the pond and toss her a fish. Time to put my skills to use. Look, sugar, if I wanted you dead, I would have eaten you already. You are in my home, and you are recovering from a serious wound. Now sit down and shut up and eat the fish I painstakingly saved for your delicate ass. I growled that last bit, and she did as I said. Slowly. I went through a lot and sacrificed 293 skill points.
By the way, that's SP with a capital and bold.
Just to save your Shasimi-looking self. After hearing that I'm her savior and how much I put into saving her, she gave me no lip and ate. Naked. Of course, I'm looking, and she's pretty, but still nothing. I feel like I'm just staring at a painting or something and not getting any satisfaction. But she's company, I suppose. Thank you for healing me, Miss Wolf. When I was unconscious, I have felt something invading my privacy. That was you, was it not? I confirmed that. I was curious about her skill, and I was attempting to use Analyze. When she heard the name of the skill, she pretty much lost it. Apparently, Analyze is a very advanced skill that is very hard to get. Most people that have status viewing based skills don't bother with them since it's a massive flood of info that you can't really process unless you have a high intelligence and wisdom. Otherwise, you get massive headaches. After all, you have to be able to understand and process a massive amount of information. She was able to block me because she had a wisdom that exceeded mine, and she had a status check skill as well. Hers was inspection. While she can inspect an item and know no problem and know everything about it, the same cannot be said about living beings. She can use this skill to see base stats, but if she wants skills, they have to be a willing subject. Miss Wolf, may I see your information? I shall show you mine if you'd like in exchange. We exchanged information. I hadn't done that since I was a man. I don't even know how long I was dead before I was reincarnated, but oh well. Well, you already know my name. I believe a proper introduction is in order. Paw girl. I look at her incredulously. I'm not a friggin' dog. Shake, Shayu. How do you like that? I'm a wolf, a proud one at that. A new breed of wolf, to be precise, though. Not only am I sentient, I am sapient. Now, hello, Sheza. I am an unnamed wolf. My breed is Crystal, Fulgur, Lupus, Luminari, Minus, Cornibus Asperata. I don't believe I need to translate that for someone like you, Miss Cleric or whatever. So what is your class? She answers Bishop, and that explains her wisdom. That was a prestige class, and she had it at this level? Have you been a Shayu all your life, Sheza? 'Cause your level is kind of on the low side for being a bishop. I could see the gears turning in her head. Like I said earlier, Shayu are, well, demi-humans that veer closer to the monster end of things, so they can use Devour as well. It's nowhere near as potent as if a pure monster would use it, though. I set it up that way to avoid players cheesing the system when it came out as a player race. Sheza informs me that she was raised in an underwater church to an oceanic goddess named Orcasia, who resembled an orca. However, one day, a stranger appeared and enthralled the congregation, short of herself. She pretended to be brainwashed, but was eventually found out when she refused to feed an adventurer to a megalodon as a part of some dark ritual for her true god. I'd go on, but you know the rest. So, I must ask. You are quite strong, Miss Wolf. Will you help me? I take a big breath. Look, honey, I'm an Omega. I don't do parties. I let the details of Omega tactics sink in. Miss Wolf? Check the wording of that skill again. The gods of this world can be rather odd with wording when it comes to skills. Omega Tactics says pack, not party. I'm not a wolf, so I can't be a part of your pack. You will be fine if you join my party. Join me, and I will grant you a boon for this battle to come, and in the future. I shall name you.
And we'll leave it at that.
If you liked that, let's get a United States smash on that like button. If you're not subscribed, consider going full howling with that subscribe button. And let's go plus ultra with the notifications. Ring that bell, baby. Rest easy, Deadites. And remember, the night is ours.
How long until they see until they know this feeling has me slipping into the